Hey guys, Brandon with United Commercial Insurance here. So I wanted to update you on some important changes coming to New Jersey commercial auto, specifically our customers that have Progressive in the state of New Jersey. There's some changes that'll take place effective July 1, 2024 for new business and July 12, 2024 for renewals. So let's dive into the details. So first off, on July 1, 2024, Progressive will be updating their rates for new businesses. For renewals, these changes will kick in on July 12th. Along with rate updates, they'll also allow for a new minimum liability limit requirement based on the changes that New Jersey made for commercial autos. And here's what you need to know. So for policies with vehicles greater than 26,000 gross vehicle weight, the minimum liability limit will now be 1.5 million liability. And so that's a lot different than what the national requirement is, which is 750,000. New Jersey companies that originate out of New Jersey will be required to have a $1.5 million liability policy. Policies with vehicles between 10,000 and 26,000 gross vehicle weight, the limit will be 300,000 combined single limit. So that's not a huge problem. Any for-hire livery customers will require the 1.5 million liability limit as well. So it's really semi-trucks, for-hire taxis, for-hire livery companies will require 1.5 million liability, right? So these are all, for the most part, for-hire companies, right? And so private passenger, private, you may have different requirements. So let's talk about what a non-trucking or a bobtail policy will be. So because these new requirements, Progressive is adding in an option for a $1.5 million non-truck liability coverage, or a bobtail coverage as a lot of people call them, that will allow everybody to get the coverage that meets New Jersey state coverage minimum limits. So if you have a new policy, what does that mean for you? So if you have a new policy that was sold before July 1 and the effective date is on or after July 1, Progressive will update your premium. So you'll see a premium increase. So again, if your policy was sold before July 1st and you have a effective date of after July 1st, that correction will take place on Progressive on the back end. Any saved quote will convert to the new rate revision on July 1. So if you're thinking about getting started, now may be a better time to get started than after July 1 if you're in the state of New Jersey. For renewals, if you are going to renew a policy in Progressive that is after July 12th, you'll have a new rate renewal for that time period. And so you'll probably see changes take place. If you've already gotten your renewal and it's after July 12th, expect to see changes to that premium. That's a big change. It's a big increase. I think liability limits are a hot topic for not only just state Department of Transportation, but federal Department of Transportation. I actually did a video on that you can see up here. If you want to look at that video, click on it. I don't think the federal government will make a change, certainly not to 5 million. They may go up to 1.5 million, but that could take years. I don't see anything that's been introduced for comment that would increase the liability limit to 1.5. I think the market sets the liability limits. The minimum liability for the majority of carriers is 750, although brokers and most shippers require 1 million in liability limits. So that's the effective minimums. But the premium increase that will come from increasing the liability minimums to 1.5 will be drastic. And it will be interesting if each state makes determinations on what they require versus what the federal government requires. If too many states start changing their minimum limits, like New Jersey to 1.5 or Idaho to 2 million or whatever each state chooses to do, then I bet the federal government will have to step in and make those changes. So if you have any questions, give us a call. Again, these are for companies that originate out of the state of New Jersey. And it's some interesting news that we're letting everybody know about. So give us a call at 208-229-8222. Thanks a lot for your time.